Hello there. We've got some abrupt changes coming up to the Rich Content Editor in Canvas, and I wanted to preview some of those changes with you. And to let you know that, in my opinion, the Enhanced Rich Content Editor is, in fact, better than the old classic Rich Content Editor. The only difference is things are in a little bit of a different place. So you're just going to have to get used to finding your icons in new locations. So this is an example of what we have had in the classic Rich Content Editor. It's 2 rows of icons, and we've come to know where the icons we use the most are. Like the Open Inline Preview, you needed to use the Link to URL button. And then in the option box, click the Auto Open Inline Preview. We're used to seeing this dedicated YouTube button in the Rich Content Editor. That's now in a different place. Likewise for the Vimeo, that's now in a different place. We have a lot of additional tools that are available currently in the Classic Content Editor on this little V, this More External Tools option. That is also in a different place, but we still have access to the Films on Demand, Microsoft Teams, Office 365, and Google apps. All of that is still available, just in a different place. So let's look at the new Enhanced Rich Content Editor. And here we are. I have turned on the Enhanced Rich Content Editor in a demo course so that I can see it and experience it for myself. I'm in my home page, and this is the new Rich Content Editor. You'll notice right away it has a new textual menu bar. Now, just about everything you can do in the menu bar, you can do with an icon down here, if you know where to look. So, for example, you can bold text, right here. There are no grades. Maybe I want to call that out by bolding it. I can bold it with this icon here in the toolbar, and it's now bold. I can turn it off in the toolbar. It's now not bold. But I can also format it from the menu bar up here by choosing Format and clicking Bold. Okay, so a lot of the functions that you find in the menu bar, you can also find in the toolbar. It's just a matter of preference. One big change to this, and I think it's one of the driving factors for this enhanced Rich Content Editor, is that it's more keyboard accessible. There are keyboard shortcuts, and if you look here under the keyboard shortcuts, it will show you some menus. So you can go to the menu bar with Alt F9 and then use your arrows to click around and find the option that you want. Likewise, you can go to the toolbar with Alt F10. I have run into a slight problem there. So let me demonstrate. I'm down here in the text, and I want to, using just my keyboard and not my mouse, go up into the menu bar. Let's see, maybe I'll just select this and debold it. So I'm going to do Alt F9. That puts me in the menu bar. Now I can use my arrow keys on my keyboard, move over to Format, drop down, and hit that bold button. I'll just hit Enter, and now that text is no longer bolded. So if you're someone who really likes keyboard shortcuts, that can be a handy feature for you. Now, let's talk about some of the main differences in this new Rich Content Editor. One thing you will notice, we used to have along the left side here, let me show you in the other one, this links option. Now, it takes up some real estate so that you don't have as large a window to edit in, but this was a quick way, if you needed to insert a link to a module, right? You could go over here to this content selector, find the module, and add it just by clicking there, and it comes into your course, into your page that you're editing. If you're going to do that in the new content editor, you have to do it this way. You go to links, where are the links? Right here. Course links, And then you get those options and you can add it right there, just like that. Oops, I had that selected. I'm going to undo that with Control Z. I'm going to try that again. Links. I'll do the welcome begin here. And now I've included a link to that module. So you can still get to this content linker. It's just you get to it a different way. Go ahead and erase that. Okay, so most of these icons are self-explanatory. I have point size, so I can change the size of my text. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. I still have the option of changing heading levels right there. Okay, same functionality, just a little bit different place. In the old content editor, you would do that over here. Bold, italic, underline, again, it makes sense. This is text color. If you wanted to change the text color, you could do it with this. And now, whoop. And now it is, oh, I picked a bad color, didn't I? Let's make it green. Okay, so you can change the text color. That's not advised. There are some contrast issues for students that might have a level of color blindness or problems with visual acuity. It's usually best just to stick with the high contrast and not convey too much information just by color. We can change the background color with this button. So make the background a light yellow there. Again, not entirely sure that that's advised, but it is a possibility. We can superscript or subscript. And if you don't like that, you can always erase the formatting. Where is that button? Right here. Erase the formatting. Okay, so these are common text formatting. Links. So I want to maybe insert a link to my syllabus here. So I'll click the link button. Oops. Close. Click the arrow next to the link button. Arrow next to the link button. Course links. This is a file. So I need to go to File. I go to Course Files. And I'm going to just insert a document here. Okay, so that document is now linked. I can put my cursor inside that link, and now this handy dandy link options box pops up, and I can use the link options to automatically open the inline preview, and then click done. And if I were to save that, when this opens, it takes a beat, it will auto open that inline preview eventually. I promise. It's going to do it. Here we go. Auto open that inline preview. Nope, did I do something wrong? There, that did it. So there it is. It opened it auto-magically. All right, go back into editing. Erase that. The options now for inserting images. Before, what we had to do in the old RCE is we'd go to Images, upload a new image, choose the file, upload it, it would come in. Now what we can do is we do this images, click the bar, upload an image, and we can upload it from our computer and it will pop in. So that's a little bit more streamlined. It's a fewer clicks, fewer places to look, and it makes sense. If you want to open an image, that you would click on the image icon, or at least the arrow next to the image icon. And you can still upload images from Unsplash. Let's see, upload images. You can still search for images from Unsplash. Let's say music. There we go. And submit. And it comes right in. So that's images. Also with media, you can still record media directly into your pages, or you can upload media directly into your pages, or you can choose media that you already have established in your course files or in your user files. Upload a document. So this is actually a little bit quicker than the way I did it before, where I was using the link button. I can just click this, upload document. I click there. I can go to my, let's see, I'll do this document, open. And now when I click submit, that document will go into the page. We'll go ahead and close that out. Of course, if you have documents already uploaded to your course, you can get to them this way. So I could put the BrainFuse online tutoring right there if I wanted to. I'll close that out. So again, it's a little bit different, but it's probably a little bit better. Now, the one that I missed right away was seeing the YouTube button. That YouTube button now hides right here in apps. So if we click this down button, YouTube is there for me now because I've been playing with this and I figured out how to add it. But if I wanted to add, say, the Films on Demand, I just click in there and it brings up that Films on Demand LTI. I can still search for videos and embed them directly in the page. And now that video is in there. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And the next time I go to my apps button and click that arrow, I have both Films on Demand and YouTube ready to go. I can still, search on YouTube for something and embed it directly in the page. I think I have to backspace over it. There we go. Okay, so that is better, right? We have all your different alignment options. Now to me, these should be more over here next to the text options, but they didn't ask me when they were designing it. Of course, left justify, centered, and right justify. We still have the options of ordered lists and outlines. It's just now instead of a separate icon for bullets and a separate icon for numbered lists, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. We can do dark bullets, empty bullets, square bullets, numbers, letters, or Roman numerals. Pretty handy. This is the indent tool. So if you wanted to, especially with lists, let's make this an unordered list with bullets. Okay, if I wanted to indent this bullet here, I can still use the indent feature and it will knock it over one level. I can erase formatting with this button. I can do all my table things with the table option. I can insert a table. It lets me choose how big the table is going to be. I can access the cell properties, the row properties, the column properties, delete the table, all handy right there. If you use the math, the equation editor, that's still available here. And this embed, this was another one that is now in a different place. You used to do this, I'll show you, in the other rich content editor. If you wanted to add something like that, you'd click Insert Edit Media and then go to the Embed tab and paste your code. Well, Embed now has its own button right there. Embed, paste your code, and you are good to go. A couple of options that are new that are not in this row, this toolbar, are here in Tools. This is pretty slick, and this is something that you have, your students will have the ability to see when they're writing their discussion posts. There's now a word count. Click on that. It gives you the words, the characters. It's great. You can also select a section and do that same word count, and you get the word count just in that selection and in the document. Very handy, very handy. One other thing that I think is a fabulous addition is available here in the View button. If you click on View, there is now a full screen mode. So that gives you a lot more editing real estate. Your menu bar is up here, your toolbar is there, and you just have a lot more room to edit your document. Really like that feature. I can go out of full screen by clicking that option again. So it is new. You'll have to look in different places. But I do think once you get used to it, you will appreciate these changes because it is indeed a little bit more streamlined. And ready or not, you're going to have to get used to it because on Saturday, January the 16th, the classic rich content editor is going away. You won't have the option to see it the way you're used to seeing it. It will only be this new enhanced rich content editor. So that is a preview of the rich content editor. We have a handout coming out to you shortly telling you about these differences, and of course this video telling you about these differences. It does change our workflow on some of the videos we have posted, like when you record a lecture and you want to embed that lecture in a page. Now instead of going to the media button and then hitting the embed tab, you just go directly to this embed icon, which is very handy. Oh, one other thing. When you resize a window so that it's smaller than the toolbar is, or smaller than the horizontal space is not sufficient to have all of the toolbar items, the icons are collapsed inside this options menu. If you click this, more options, you'll see those other icons listed below. Okay, so that's the enhanced rich content editor. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. See you soon. Bye-bye.